Was a military veteran triggered by how much John Ramsey was making, and he attempted the kidnapping of JonBenet? Well, let's explore that possibility. Listen carefully, men. We got a foreign faction here. We got to monitor this situation closely. No deviation from the plan. We got to scan them for electronic devices, countermeasures, and tactics. Don't underestimate us. It is up to you now, men. Victory, SBTC. So on the night of December 21st, 1996, this veteran was looking through the daily camera, the Boulder newspaper, and he saw this article about John Ramsey's business making $1 billion. And he got envious of John Ramsey, and so he hatched the plan to rob John Ramsey. So that night he went out to a telephone booth and picked up a telephone book, the Boulder telephone book, and he looked to the page of the Ramseys, and he found right here John B. and Patsy Ramsey at 755 15th Street. And then he decided the next day that he would drive by there. When he drove by the house, he was shocked to see JonBenet Ramsey outside, and then he changed his plan to a kidnapping. On Christmas night, he found the grating that led into the basement. He moved the grating, opened the window, and went into the basement. Then he went upstairs to the kitchen and wrote the ransom note. He left the pad right there, and then he went upstairs to JonBenet's bedroom, and he picked her up out of her bed and took her down to the basement, and he put her right here by this door in the boiler room, and he got the suitcase, and he was gonna put JonBenet in the suitcase, but she started to wake up and she screamed, and he grabbed his flashlight and he smashed her on her head and knocked her out. But she wasn't dead, and so he made the garrote and strangled her. Then he put her in the basement wine cellar, and then he left the same way that he entered the house, out the window, through the grating, and he left a scuff mark on the wall and the suitcase under the window. And that's exactly how it happened. That's how JonBenet died. It was a botched kidnapping. Period. End of sentence. Well, this ends this episode of Unsolved. But don't worry, in a couple hours, there'll be another episode. We have a double feature for you today.